Alright, I might actually enjoy doing this. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a McLaren F1 Manager Road to Glory. I actually held a vote on my YouTube channel, and most of the votes went towards McLaren. The options were Mercedes, Alpine, Haas, Williams being the others, but McLaren won, thank God, because they've got drivers like Lando Norris, which are easy to keep hold of because don't have to buy out his contract, which is just going to cost loads. Let's get started. Obviously, we're going to go with team principal names. I think there's only one obvious name here we can go with. Perfect. Let's go with that. We're gonna. Oh, fuck's sake. Voila. Perfect. Alright, in the menu here, we've got Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris as our drivers. I'm actually going to keep them as our main two drivers, mainly because I don't want too much change, because Ricciardo's contract's going to be expensive to buy out. Not buy out, but... What's the word? I've forgotten the word now. Fucking, I've forgotten the word. Cost of break contract, that's the one, 9 million. I'm not willing to spend that much now. But we are going to get ourselves a new reserve driver. We're going to be replacing Stoffel Van Dorn. I mean, just look at those stats. I mean, apart from adaptability, they're pretty much terrible. He's not going to go anywhere with those stats. 29 as well. He's just getting on a bit now, isn't he? So, I will be back once I've signed a new reserve driver. Alright, so our new reserve driver is going to be Oscar Piastri, the current F2 world champion. His stats are good. We're going to try and get to most of these as we can to 85. Just, so he's well-rounded, plus 85 is the stat where, the driver's actually fairly decent. His reaction stats obviously not as good. It's very much like Verstappen's in that regard. His reactions are significantly lower than his braking and his cornering. So we're going to buff those up as much as we can. But now we're going to move on to the car development now. I want to design a new underfloor, and I want to design some side pods and a chassis. Can we do a full sides? Yes, we can. So then we're gonna get 5 engineers on that one, and we're gonna rush it. I'll tell you why we're gonna rush it, because otherwise 81 days on intense, it's gonna cost quite a lot, and we need those engineers for when we do future upgrades. This is why we're going to do research on the front wing, rear wing, and the underfloor, because these ones obviously take the longest. So we're going to get to work on some new side pods. So we're going to use up the rest of our hours here. 5 engineers and intense. Obviously it's going to cost 40 days, but we are going to get the benefit of the future development. As you can see here, your team's expertise in side pods development will increase at a faster rate per day, greatly improving future sidepod projects. So, relatively cheap, 630,000. Let's get on with it. Now, we've done the car development side of it now. We're actually going to try and invest in new staff. Now, I want to replace both our engineers, head of aerodynamics, and our technical chief, because to be honest, the McLaren ones, they're crap. They're just rubbish, completely. So, I think we're going to start with the technical chief here. I will come back once we've got all the staff replaced.
Few moments later.
Alright, so we're done with the staff shopping, as you can call it, and we've gone for Red Bull's Pierre washing machine. I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't say his name. Diego Tondi from Ferrari. And for race engineers, we've gone for the Red Bull boys again. GP and Hugh Bird, obviously Verstappen and Perez as race engineers. The reason for that is because they have really good feedback stats. Like Hugh Bird, for example, if I go to his performance, 97 feedback. That's going to help us with, getting setups correct for race weekends, and making sure we have the right setup and close to 100% as we can. Yeah, I will fast forward until the Grand Prix.
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way, it's time for another fantastic weekend of Grand Prix racing.
This is now the practice session, so we're just going to spend some time trying to start off with the car setups, try and get them correct. We can always correct them later on once we have feedback from the drivers, because very rarely you get it close to even like, I don't know, even 85% on the first try. So I will sort them out for both the drivers, and I will come back once they are sorted. Alright, so I've just done the setups for the drivers with Ricardo. I've just done that for a starter because I will explain what I will be doing, to try and figure out the setup afterwards with both the drivers. So let's get out on track.
Yep, radio's good, drink's good.
Right, so what you're seeing now is me forgetting to unmute my microphone. So that basically meant I recorded a bunch of all of qualifying, and I got no audio. So me commentating over the qualifying laps of Lando and Daniel did not work because I left my mic on mute. So unfortunately, we didn't get into Q3. Lando is qualified P12, and Ricardo, I believe, qualified P14. So we're just gonna work from there and see what kind of race we can get out of from our starting positions. In terms of strategy, I think it's probably worth doing soft, hard, and then soft again. But I'm gonna bring that back a bit like that, because I know Ricardo and Lando have good time managing stats. Although I am thinking we could actually go medium and box quite early. I'm going to do that for Ricardo. As for Norris, I think what I will do, I'll just do soft, hard, soft. Basically meaning we can get the maximum pace out of the car. But the other drivers might come in early themselves. So that is also something to consider. I think it's worth doing that with Lando. So we'll select strategy B. We're gonna do that with Ricardo, and just gonna put the extra fuel in the cars and put them on push mode. So that basically means that can also help with their speed at the start of their stints as well. I'd like to make sure I have a lot of pace at the start of a Grand Prix. Alright, but nevertheless, let's go start the Bahrain Grand Prix.
It looks like clear weather tonight for this race, with the drivers now just taking position on the grid. And there's Lando Norris. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. And behind them, it's Ricardo. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. And we're just moments away now. Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go!
It is lights out, and away we go for this Grand Prix. Lando doesn't seem to be getting a good start off the line. As for Ricardo, he's not had the best of starts either. You can see Ocon on the outside of Norris has got a fairly decent start himself. As they go into turn 1, Norris alongside Ocon. Can he keep hold of P12? Yes, he can. Yes, he can, just for the moment. Daniel Ricciardo just behind him, wheel to wheel with Yuki Tsunoda. He should be able to hold on to the position, as Tsunoda's going to send it round the outside. Tsunoda's going to try it, but he's unfortunate in his attempt, and Ricciardo keeps hold of P14. Just going to get Lando to try and overtake and pull in that gap towards Guan Yu Zhou, as we need to get that pace. We need to get that pace and get into the points potentially, because we need to score points and ultimately get the team's objective of P6 in the championship. So it's going to be on us, but I do think we have the car which can compete for points. It's just a matter of whether I can pull off a good strategy. See, Lando is closing in on Guan Yu Zhou. I'm actually going to get him to deploy here, just to use all that maximum power from that Mclaren engine and that battery. Zhou covers him off. Lando's on the inside. I wonder if Lando can get the move done. He's pulling up alongside of the Alfa Romeo. He's going to go down the inside. They're going wheel to wheel. They almost collide as they go through turn 11 or turn 12. One of those, I don't know. But the Haas of Kevin Magnussen is in front of them. Let's just see what Lando Norris can do. Lando's going to try and challenge round the outside of Guan Yu Zhou. Magnussen just ahead, almost forced off the track. I wonder if Lando can get this move done. He's got wheel to wheel. He's got the straight line speed in the McLaren against the Alfa Romeo. He's going to go round the outside of the last corner here. Will he get the move done just before the DRS? No, but we should have DRS. I'm going to tell him to put him onto deploy mode. He's got the straight line speed and the DRS. Guan Yu Zhou has got the slipstream from the Haas, however, and Lando's just too far back just to do anything about a move right now, unfortunately. But we have had a car run wide. Oh, there comes Lando Norris. He's being challenged by Esteban Ocon. Ricciardo's going to come up to the back of him. Can Ricciardo get a move done while Ocon's attacking Norris? This is not ideally what we want. I'm going to tell Lando just to harvest some of that energy. Will Ricciardo manage to get a move done? He's capable of doing it. He's going to go for a lunge, is he? Ooh, he's not quite going for a lunge. So Ricciardo's pit window is going to be in 1 lap. We can... I'm just thinking of a strategy on the fly. We can do that. If it meant we do attack mode for the strategy. I'm just wondering maybe we can contemplate that. Yeah, we're going to do it. Let's do it. Right, you can go on attack. I'm thinking of doing the same for Lando, but I do worry but we might drop a lot of positions just in case everyone else goes onto the soft tyre. So it's a very interesting race, this one. I'm not entirely confident what to do with the strategy.
So focus on just bringing your tyre temperatures back under control for the moment.
It's going to forward wind time a bit. Lando is... I thought he had a run on the Haas there. Okay, Ricciardo was dropped. There's a massive queue behind the Alpha Tauri there. They're just constantly fighting and just not getting out of each other's way. Oh, and Ricciardo was absolutely centered on Ocon. Oh, and he didn't get the move done. Unlucky, son. That was a very, very good attempt. That is very unfortunate, though. Okay, right. I think now is a good time for Daniel to pit for those hard tyres. So we're going to tell him just to push on. If we just tell Norris just to chill back on the fuel. As for Ricciardo. I'm just going to see what the other drivers decide to do. Okay, no one is going to box yet. No one's going to box yet. It's just Daniel Ricciardo. We will have the advantage of the fresher tyre. Much bigger advantage. Shitty radio there. Sector 1, yellows. Yellows in Sector 1. Okay, it's for no one. So if there was a VSC, that could have helped us massively in our strategy. Another driver locked up. Sector 2, yellows.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Lance Stroll. Well, that's nothing new, is it?
Now let's have a look. It's Lance Stroll.
Lance Stroll, and that is Lance Stroll being Lance Stroll, unfortunately. And he's stopped. And he's gone again. No words.
Really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
Well, it was Lance Stroll, so they're not going to go further back than Nicholas Latifi anyway.
Update on liftoff. We do require fuel liftoff.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth doing an undercut. Let's do it. We're gonna go for the undercut with Lando Norris. I want to see what Ricciardo can do. He is gaining on Nicholas Latifi, although it is Nicholas Latifi. Points is looking good. Points is looking good. Potentially double points. We'll have to see. We are on the hard tyres. We might struggle a bit more, so I think it's worth saying they could fight. Yeah, they can fight. They could fight. As we are P8 and P9. P8 and P9. This is good. This is good. I think if Ricciardo could just hold back those cars behind, we could potentially get a P8 finish. As long as one of the drivers is in the points is fine. Another driver is locked up, seems in Sector 2. Verstappen seems to have a penalty of some sort. There's a crash. Could this be a safety car? Could this be a safety car? Let's have a look at this crash. Let's have a quick look. So it's Sainz and Verstappen. Oh, and they've hit each other off. Oh, they've hit each other off. Right, there could be extra points. Could potentially be extra points for us. Looks very interesting. So Verstappen does have a penalty. They seem to have gotten going again, unfortunately. So it looks like P8 and P9. So Verstappen and Sainz are coming in, and we have overtaken them. So it's Lando Norris in P6. He's fighting for it. He's going to go down the inside of Esteban Ocon. Can he get the move done? Oh, that's sensational if he gets it done. And he has. He's got it done. What a move from Lando Norris. Then Ricciardo's chasing Pierre Gasly. He's gone for the hard tyre strategy as well. Ricciardo's going to go down the inside. Ricciardo loves to overtake on the inside. And he's got the move done. What a move that is from the Australian. I think we've got to look at that again. That was a really sensational overtake. That was sensational. With the Alpine behind him and the Mercedes as well. I think, yeah, that's Lewis Hamilton. But what a move by Ricciardo. He absolutely sent it on the brakes. And he's got that move done. He's in P8 now, I believe, once we go back. Yes, no, he's P7. P7. That's P7 for Daniel Ricciardo.
Let's see what happened there.
Hamilton. We'll have a look at the replay now with Hamilton and Lando Norris. Hamilton's going to go round the outside of Lando Norris on the fresher tyres. You would expect that from Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. The two Brits battling it out there with Gasly in the background.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Guan Yu Zhou overtakes Daniel Ricciardo. He has lost a few positions as Ricciardo. And Guan Yu Zhou is going to send it on the outside of Ricciardo in the turn 1. And the Haas of Mick Schumacher looks up the inside. And that is a good move from Mick Schumacher there. Very nice move from Mick Schumacher. Now, I'm just going to tell Ricciardo, go aggressive, you know. Get a bit of pace out of those tyres. Just not too much until, to the point where they're dead. But just enough to fit to the end of the set. As Norris goes down the inside on Pierre Gasly. What an overtake. What an overtake. Can he complete the move? They're wheel to wheel going through Sector 2. And into Sector 3 they go. And Lando Norris, he sticks it in around the outside. Gasly almost forces him off. Lando Norris is on the curb. And they're going wheel to wheel down the straight. And Gasly's got the move done as they exit the last corner now. There's yellows in Sector 3. Another car has one ride apparently. I would suspect that might be an Aston Martin. But Lando Norris, he's got the straight line speed. Yuki Tsunoda locked up. That's going to help Daniel Ricciardo. And Lando Norris is going to go down the inside. And will he stick it? What a move this would be. And he's got the move done. And with Gasly, he could fight back going up the hill. He has got the better position on the track. As Gasly's got the slipstream. He's got the DRS. As Lando Norris does not. Lando Norris. Pierre Gasly is gaining on Norris, but he doesn't quite get the move done. Doesn't quite get him. That was a sensational move from Lando Norris. Here comes Lando Norris. Gasly must have got him back. Lando Norris looks at the outside. Is he going to go for the switchback into turn 1? He has got the better track position. He is going for that switchback, but Gasly covers him off. As Lando Norris, as they go up the hill, he's got a slipstream. He's got DRS. His DRS is open. He's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. He has a look at the inside of the AlphaTauri. He doesn't quite make the send. Oh, that's unlucky. Can we just get the other drivers on the undercut as Norris and Gasly go wheel to wheel again around the outside, very much like a few laps earlier. And Gasly gets the inside, but Norris has switched back to the outside. Can he get him again going into turn 1? We'll just find out as they go through the last corner, turn 15 I believe that is, maybe turn 16 as there's a little kink as they're going across here. Lando Norris, he's on attack mode with the fuel, he's got the slipstream, he's got DRS, there's yellows in Sector 2, another car has spun according to Hugh Bird. Norris has got the straight line speed, he's got the slipstream, will he go around the outside? Is he going to make the move? Albon has had a spin at turn 11, but Lando doesn't quite get the move done. Just couldn't have the straight line speed towards the end there, unfortunately. Ricardo, right, Ricardo, we're going to pit you on mediums now. We're going to box. Get on mediums. Get on those medium tyres. We need that pace. Ricardo's going to pit. I want to see this pit stop. Daniel Ricciardo, he's going to dive into the pits now. Pit limiter comes on. Verstappen's run wide at turn 14. He's very, like Sainz, he's not having a very good Grand Prix. Here we go. Here comes the pit stop from Ricardo. Very nice pit stop indeed, 2.7 seconds, that's pretty good, that is pretty good. There we go, Lando Norris all over the back of Gasly as we've been watching, and now Carlos Sainz is getting into that battle as well in those hard tyres. He is quicker in the Ferrari, so he should be able to overtake both these guys. Will Lando Norris be able to do something going up the hill? Can he defend it from the Ferrari? He pulls to the inside to do just that. Will Sainz be able to get the move done towards the end of it? He pulls out to the inside. Sainz thinks about a move down the inside. He doesn't quite get it done, but he is lurking there. You can see him. You can see him just on the inside of the corner, and it's not quite done this time round. But Sainz, he's had a look up the inside. Oh, this would be sensational for the Ferrari if he gets it done. He's on the curb. He goes on the inside, and he's got the move done. What an overtake from Sainz. I have to give him that. Oh, what a fabulous move that is from Carlos Sainz. We've got a pit stop from McLaren and Lando Norris. Looked like a slow stop. It was slower than Ricciardo's 2.9. That's not entirely ideal, but we are ahead of the Haas. That was crucial. That was crucial that we didn't lose any time there. Let's see what everyone's looking. Oh, Norris's tyres are dipping. What's wrong with that then? Will he make it towards the end? Check his tyres. 57. Oh, Perez on... Jesus Christ. Just about going to make it towards the end. Then some of these drivers are not going to have any pace towards the end of this race. Not looking pretty for Lando's tyres whatsoever. Ricardo, I think, is our only chance here. Let's have a look at the tyre situation. Lewis Hamilton, 26% tyres. Right then, this could be very interesting. This could be very, very interesting here. We're going to start the final lap now, I think. We'll tell Ricardo just to push. We've just got to push, mate. Come on. We just got to push on these tyres. Ricardo is pushing hard. He's pushing hard. We can tell him to deploy That might help us. I'm going to do the same for Lando. So Leclerc crosses the line. Charles Leclerc has won the Bahrain Grand Prix. I will take him through. Not necessarily a comfortable, but a good win for Leclerc. But now, focusing on our race. Daniel Ricciardo is wheel to wheel with Guan Yu Zhou, and Ricciardo takes 8. That is sensational from the Australian. Oh, what a move. What a fantastic move. As Sainz has gone around the outside of Lando Norris, has points just slipped away from us? Have they just narrowly slipped away? Norris, he is pushing right to the end on those tyres. Will he keep P11? He's got no ERS left. He's got no ERS left. And on the line, he'll just have enough fuel. And that was a very solid race compared to where we started. Ricciardo gained about 6 positions there, I think. We did something good with the strategy. Did something very good there. Norris, I don't know what happened to his tyres towards the end. Honestly had no idea what happened to him. They must have just dropped off very quickly. But Ricciardo, P8, and Lando Norris in P11. We did whatever we could.
This was some stellar work from Daniel Ricciardo. McLaren have shown some serious chops here. A good result for the team from Surrey.
Yes, as he said, as Crofty was saying, a fantastic drive from Daniel Ricciardo from 14th to 8th, the 6th position gain. Norris gained 1 in P11, almost got points, but Sainz got him on the last lap there. And we have got P6 in the constructors. Only these 4 teams have not scored points: AlphaTauri, Haas, Aston Martin, Williams. The board they were happy with that performance there in Bahrain. That was obviously very, very good from where we qualified from. So the next Grand Prix will be in Saudi Arabia. We will not be doing it in this video, but I may continue with this series, and if you did like it and did watch it to the end, let me know. Drop a thumbs up and subscribe, and my Twitch channel is in a link in the description. But other than that, enjoy yourselves and goodbye.